Okay, so you've seen the demos, right? I mean, the ones where AI just, poof, creates this perfect masterpiece with a single click. It's this incredible promise, isn't it? Effortless creation, like it's just an extension of our own minds. But what happens when you actually try to use it for real work?
Yeah, if you've spent any real time with these tools, I'm guessing this quote hits pretty close to home. You're trying to say the magic word abracadabra and get this perfect thing. But what comes out is, well, it's something else entirely. It's this messy, tangled jumble of effort that feels like the exact opposite of effortless.
So that jumble, that tangled mess, it actually has a name. We're calling it the ABLABLABLACADABRA reality. And you know what it is? It's all that work about the work you have to do just to get the AI to do its job. It's this hidden workload that, let's be honest, none of us ever signed up for. So let's get specific. What is ABLABLABLACADABRA? Just think of it like static. You know, the noise between your brilliant idea and what the AI actually spits out. It's every single frustrating, invisible step that turns what should be a simple task into a total headache. I mean, take a look at this list. Does any of this look familiar? First, you've got to choose the right tool, then the right model. Then you're feeding it context, grooming your sources. Then comes the endless prompt drafting and rewriting. Ugh. And all the retries, the exporting, the copy-pasting between apps. Don't even get me started on managing all the different subscriptions. Is this really the effortless future we were sold? Come on, this isn't magic. It's just good old-fashioned manual labor. Look, this isn't just a list of annoyances. This is a real-world problem that's costing us time and energy. So let's look at a couple of real examples of how this friction just completely sabotages our daily work. Okay, first up, 25 minutes. Now, what do you think that number represents? That was for a research task. A full 25 minutes were burned just wrestling with the tool, prepping documents, and trying to get the prompt right. All of that before any actual analysis was even done. I mean, the setup took longer than the task itself. It's crazy. And how about this one? 8. And we're not talking minutes this time. We're talking 8 separate attempts. Oh, we've all been here, right? A supposedly simple content task. 8 retries, just to get the tone right. I bet by the 5th try, you're sitting there thinking, you know what? I could have just written this myself by now. And that's the trap. So what's going on here? Why do these incredibly powerful tools feel so clumsy and frustrating to use? Well, the problem isn't necessarily the tech itself. It's actually the business model that's driving it. This slide really lays it all out perfectly. It's what we call an incentive mismatch. Look at your goals. You want clean, simple results. You want less friction. You want one perfect tool that just works. Now look at the vendor's goals. They want more usage, which often means more complicated, layered workflows. They want tool sprawl, more and more tools, because that keeps you locked into their ecosystem. See the problem? Your goals and their business model are just fundamentally at odds. And the direct result of this mismatch, it's this one word, fragmentation. You end up with this totally broken workflow that forces you to be the glue, trying to patch together a dozen different tools just to get one single task done. And the cost of this fragmentation is very, very real. You're losing time jumping between apps. You're increasing the risk of errors with every single copy and paste. And you're burning through mental energy just trying to keep track of it all. So any dream you had of a smooth automated workflow, it dies a death by 1,000 clicks. So here we are again, back to this. And the key thing to realize is, it's not you, it's the system. You want that abracadabra moment, but the fragmented, misaligned system is designed to give you that jumbled, frustrating mess instead. So here's the crucial question. Do we just have to accept this? Is all this endless tinkering and troubleshooting just the new price we have to pay to do business in the age of AI? Or is there a better way? Well, guess what? There is a better way, and it all starts with a shift in mindset. We need to stop expecting magic and start practicing a craft. Let's walk through a framework that puts you back in the driver's seat. Okay, this framework is so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Before you even think about writing a prompt, you're going to define 4 key things. First, the specific outcome you want. Second, the raw inputs the AI has to work with. Third, the constraints, things like tone and format. And finally, how you'll check the result to make sure it's actually good. So how do you actually put this into practice? It's all about making a series of deliberate choices. See, you start with your outcome, not with the prompt. You carefully select only the necessary inputs. You get super explicit about your constraints. You prep your source material. And only then do you draft your core instruction. This isn't about following some rigid formula. It's about taking back control from the machine.
You see how this totally changes the game, right? It moves us away from this idea that AI is some kind of magic wand that we just wave around and hope for the best.
And that's really the key takeaway here. Mastering these tools isn't about finding a magic spell. It's about developing a new kind of literacy. Seriously, this is a professional skill, just as valuable as being a great writer or a whiz with spreadsheets. It is craft, not magic.
So let's go back to our anchor line one last time. That whole ABLABLABLACADABRA experience, it's not the end of the story. It's the turning point. It's that moment where you decide to stop being a passive user and start taking control.
Look, the future of work isn't about finding some perfect magic wand. It's about becoming a better craftsperson. It's about learning to wield these powerful and, imperfect tools with intention, with clarity, and with skill. So the only question left is, are you ready to pick up your tools?